Okay, so today we're introducing the MHT 790 mining man-up solution. So just to give a brief overview, the MHT 790 mining man-up is a fully AS 1418.10 elevated work platform compliant machine from the factory with a factory basket. The basket and the machine is designed for operation specifically in underground mines, mining applications. And additionally, the machine is MDG 15 compliant from the factory. So we're going to do a little walk around, have a look at some of the features that we put into the machine to make it MDG 15 compliant. So the first thing is you'll notice that there are traffic light labels identifying lifting points, danger points, etc., all around the machine as required by MDG 15. All our towing, lifting and hand grab points and safety points are painted yellow. Additional to that, this machine standard has the elevated work platform predisposition. It also has the tyre handler predisposition, tyre handler and clamp. We also have a low pressure case drain and return, and we need this if we're going to fit things like power winches and hydraulically driven attachments. The machine also has automatic attachment recognition, so that when you connect the machine to the attachment, it recognises the attachment, you validate that recognition, and then it will select the correct load chart for that attachment. The load charts in this machine are dynamic load charts, so it will show you what your maximum capacity is, it will show you your actual capacity, it will show you your lift height off the ground, and it will show you when you're getting near capacity. When you actually reach capacity, it will activate a feature we call the Manitou safety system, which will prevent you from performing further aggravated movements and potentially compromising the stability of the vehicle. So if we keep walking around, just a couple of things to point out is that you'll notice that on the cabin and also on all the lights, we have heavy duty guarding to protect them. You'll also notice these lights on all the forward and reverse lights. These are tramming lights. When you're going forwards, the lights at the front will show red, indicating warning, the machine is moving towards you. If you will then put the machine into reverse, these lights will go to green, which indicates that the machine is moving away from you, and vice versa for the rear. We also have two external e-stops, one on each of the corners, the diagonal corners of the machine. And these e-stops are the ones in a dark environment, you can clearly see that it's an e-stop. If we move onto the bonnet, you'll notice around the machine there are 4 cameras, and those cameras on the display in the machine actually give you what we call a bird's eye view of the machine. So you get a 360 view of the machine. Additional to that, when you put it into reverse on the Giotto display, it will automatically bring up the reverse camera. We'll talk about that one a little bit more when we get back there. So if we just have a look under the bonnet, you see the lower panel opens up so that you've got fantastic access for service. If we look at the MDG 15 compliance things, we have a pressure relieving radiator cap. We have all the fuel lines are braided steel. We also have a fuel isolation valve so that we can isolate the fuel circuit. You'll also notice all the fuel filters are all metal. There's no plastic components in the fuel circuit. We have all of the guards painted in yellow to indicate the warnings. Underneath the bonnet, you'll notice we have a fire retardant material, a fire resistant material. And then on the exhaust circuit and the turbo, the hot parts of the turbo, we also have heat prevention blankets. You'll see that there's silicon sleeving to reduce the chance of fire if a hydraulic hose bursts, so it's hose burst protection. So just moving around the machine, we also have a toolbox just for stowing things like slings, etc. We have a boom safety strut so that if you need to get up in underneath the boom to perform any work in the valley, you can install the safety strut. You'll notice at the rear of the machine, we have all of our greasing points that are up in underneath the machine where they're difficult to get to. Rear reversing camera. We also have a proximity sensor for reverse as well. Similar to a car, but this one isn't impacted by dust. We have the predisposition for a fire extinguisher. For a 9 kilo fire extinguisher at the rear, there's also another predisposition for one at the front. We have LED work lights on the rear, and we have Nordic work lights on the front. We have the wheel chocks and the wheel chock mounts here. We also have, up here you'll see we have raised diff breathers. On the top of the cabin, additional to all the cabin guarding, on the top of the cabin, next to the camera, you'll see there's a light. They're in the 4 positions around the roof of the cabin. They're your clearance lights to indicate the top of the cabin. If we move around, you'll notice that the steps to the cabin are yellow, and the same with our grab handle. We also have battery starter and jump circuit. So battery starter isolators and jump circuit in here. So you've got your starter isolator, your battery isolator, and your jump start receptacle here. Okay, so the other thing with Manitou is that we put a QR code on all of our machines, and when you scan that QR code, it gives you access to the operators, maintenance and parts manuals for that specific machine. There are also some little quick guides and things like that that you can access via the QR code. So one of the other safety features that we have with the MHT 790 mining man-up solution is that we have tyre pressure monitoring system. So each wheel has its own sensor that reads back to the main display. So the tyre pressure monitoring system is fully integrated into the factory display. So you'll see that there's a label on each rim that says TPMS, just to indicate that there is a sensor in the rim. And if we hop in the cabin, currently in the Giotto display, we're in the drive page. And if we go to the stability page, you can see the 4 wheels and the tyre pressure in each of the 4 wheels. Once that tyre pressure falls below a certain point, they will go orange and you will get a warning in the cabin and in the basket. And if they continue to drop, they will go red and then you'll get a continuous warning. The other thing that you'll see in this display below the tyre pressure monitoring system is the machine stability. You can see your XY axis. Basically, that's a replication of what you have in the basket. You'll also see that if you try to drive in an unauthorised scenario, so for example, right now we've got the cabin door open, it won't let you drive with the cabin door open. It comes up and it tells you on the display what the warning is. The same as if you try to drive with the handbrake selected, it won't let you drive with the handbrake on. You'll also notice at the top of the display, there is a mining logo. We have what we call Guardian Angel installed in this machine. What Guardian Angel does is that it is monitoring critical system features, and then it has built into it, it has a hierarchy of controls to prevent the machine from damaging. So for example, if you have an engine overheat scenario, it will give you a warning. That warning will allow you to pull the machine over to a safe location. After a certain period of time, it will then go into limp mode, and if you continue to operate it, it will shut you down to prevent permanent damage to the engine. And it monitors things like engine, hydraulics, and hydrostatic drive. So we can simply override or turn the Guardian Angel off by flicking this switch or activating this switch. You'll see that the light changes from green to blue. With the Guardian Angel on, if there is an issue, if it's just a minor warning, it will come up orange, and if it's a major warning, it will come up red, which is where you have a shutdown scenario. So again, if the Guardian Angel is shutting you down and you need to move the machine to a safe position, you can just simply switch the system off in order to get yourself to a safe position. Alongside of that, we also have a brake test function, and this one is for your pre-starts. It tests your park brake and your service brake, and there's a procedure for that written into the operator's manual. The next switch over from that is an emergency steering and braking switch. If the machine was to break down on a decline and you need to drag it out, you can activate this switch, which brings in that same electric pump that we use for emergency recovery from the basket, to then give us hydraulic power for steering and braking for recovery purpose. So we hope you're as excited about this machine as we are. For more information on the MHT 790 mining man-up solution, please contact your nearest Manitou dealer.